Up, left, fuck. Anyways, what's up, guys? And I know what you're thinking. Okay, he's wearing the shades again. Why? I like the shades. Honestly, I was looking at myself while I was looking at myself. I know that doesn't make sense, but I was doing it and I was like, I kind of like the shades. It makes me feel more comfortable. I don't like looking, I feel weird looking directly at a camera. So I'm like, I'm just put the shades on. They look nice. I like the red. It symbolizes my channel, the fire that is. All right, I'm fucking going off subject. I like the shades, so I'm keeping them on. I'm not gonna have them in every video, but I do like them. So I'm gonna keep them on for this video. Now, what this video is about, I'm sure you read the title already. I forgot some questions in the 500 subscriber Q&A. I forgot some questions on iFunny. If you don't know what iFunny is, it's just pretty much like a meme app. There's like pictures of funny stuff on there. You can like it. Same thing, like it's pretty much like a social media, but not as big as like Instagram or things like that. So yeah, there were some questions on iFunny that I did not answer in that Q&A because I completely forgot about it. I didn't really go on iFunny that much to be able to do that. So that's what I'm going to be doing in this video. So they're going to be just quick questions. I just felt bad because some people messaged me on iFunny like, hey, you never answered my question in the Q&A. And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. So I'm like, I'm going to do it right now. So first question, how did you envision your channel on YouTube before you started? Honestly, I thought of it as like a business thing. So it was going to be me doing the shooting games. I was going to be right here, shooter games, but while being funny. So shooter games, and I was going to find somebody on YouTube to do MMORPG games, and I was going to find somebody else to do fighting games, and find somebody else to do racing games, and then find somebody else to do puzzle games. We were going to be a whole organization doing all these funny videos, but we stayed in our lane of like shooter, fighting, racing, and we were going to be like that, but we were going to be this, this big happy family, like the fucking 3 bears, but like 27 bears or whatever. I don't know how many genres there are in video games, but that's what I planned on doing. That was literally the idea when I started YouTube. Someone said, what is your favorite sport and what got you into it? My favorite sport is soccer. Messi, Neymar, Ronaldo, even Ibra. The fucking nose, man. But anyways, soccer, definitely. Soccer is definitely my favorite sport. FIFA is what got me into it, and the only reason that happened is because back then, I used to play like just basketball games. I never really was a fan of Madden. I never really liked football in general. I definitely played a lot of basketball games. Eventually, all my friends got an Xbox 360. This was when the Xbox 360 first came out. And FIFA was one of the first games on the 360. So all my friends are like, hey, you should get FIFA. Hey, get FIFA. Get the new FIFA. And I'm like, I don't even fucking play soccer. I'm not about to be running around kicking balls like crazy because that's just not what I do. I rather, that's going to be gay. I'd rather play a basketball game than soccer. But eventually they kept telling me to get it. I finally broke down, played it. I fucking sucked at it. But eventually, I grew into it. We were playing pro clubs. We were having a lot of fun. We were laughing like crazy, like literally peeing our pants, pissing all over the place. It was like a yellow swimming pool. It was crazy. Like it was so much piss just from laughing. And it was amazing. Like I loved it. I'm not saying I want to go swim and piss, but I'm just saying we laughed a lot, so it was a lot of fun. So that was definitely the turning point of when I was like, okay, I'm gonna start playing FIFA now. Someone said, has your family accepted Monkey Napkin? Absolutely not. It's probably not going to happen. Honestly, at the point when I could walk up to my mom and be like, hey, what up, bitch? Yeah, that's probably not happening. Not saying that I would do that just intentionally to make her mad or anything, but that's how I joke around. I joke around and it depends on who you are. I adapt to people. So I'm not going to just walk up to a freaking nun and be like, hey, what up, bitch? That's not going to happen. But I can walk up to people who I've seen enjoy that kind of humor, and then I could say something like that, they'll laugh and all that good stuff. But yeah, no, they're probably not gonna accept me. My mom's super religious Bible thumper, hey, do your shit. She doesn't say shit, but the Lord said to do. She's like that. So I can't do that. My dad, he just works a lot. He's heard me swear before. Actually, no, he hasn't. Yes, he has. He has heard me swear before. He said, try not to do it. I was like, no, but he said try not to do it. So, I don't think they're going to accept it anytime soon. But if they do, and, I'll give them a little fucking poetry snap, whatever, golf clap, whatever you want to say. Who is your least favorite family member? Probably my little cousin. I'm not going to say his name, but Khalil, you know what I'm talking about. I have no problem kicking his head off. He gets on my nerves. And Meatball, control your kids. Have you ever done anything with your family that you regret? Definitely fishing with my uncle. I have never seen an alligator until that day, and it was literally the worst scenario ever. Like you've never seen an alligator, and you get chased by an alligator. Who likes that? No one likes that. But yeah, we went fit. When I go up to my family's house, my other family, I have my immediate family is the only family that lives in the city that I am in right now. I'm not gonna tell you where I am right now, obviously, but they live in another city. All the rest of them live in another city. So sometimes we go up there to visit, whether it be like a spring break or something like that. We'll go up there and visit, and eventually we were like, hey, we should go to our uncle's house, Uncle Roy. And I was like, okay, cool, we can go to Uncle Roy's house. So we went to Uncle Roy's house. He came out. He was like, hey, I got a boat. You guys want to go fishing? I was like, first off, no, I don't want to go fishing because I'm not that kind of guy. I don't like to go fishing. That's not my thing. I just can't do it. I just can't do fishing. I don't want to fuck around and throw the whole pole out there, and then he's gonna be like, go get it, and I'm gonna be like, you fucking go get it, you fat ass bitch. I don't want to throw the whole pole out there and lose it, and then he's gonna try to tell me to like pay for it or something. I'm not doing that. But eventually we were just like, hey, we're gonna go anyways, and he was like, you can just stay on the dock, or you can go on the boat. I was like, if I fall in the water, I'm fucking up everything there. So you know what? I'm gonna try to be safe for everybody else's sake, and I'm gonna just stay on the dock. So me and my brother, we stayed on the dock. My cousin, some other kid, I don't know if he's related to us or not, but went out on the boat with my uncle. We're just fishing. We're fishing on the dock. We don't know what we're doing, but we're fishing. I hear a splash. I look over. There's a fucking eye sitting out the water. Now, at first, I was like, okay, maybe it's just a fish. And then I thought about it. I was like, no fish has a fucking eye coming out of his body. So eventually, I'm like, okay, DJ, is it alligators in here? He's like, yeah, I think Uncle Roy said it was alligators in here. I was like, yeah, I think I see an alligator. We kind of need to leave before things get bad. And eventually, we kind of back up. We start getting off the dock. The alligator fucking starts running. I was like, fuck that. I started running. Me and my brother started running. We were running. Ran to the truck, jumped in the truck, locked the doors. We weren't fucking around. No alligator should be chasing us, all right? But yeah, the alligator chases up to the truck. We locked the doors. Everything was cool. Waiting an hour later, I look out the window to see if they're gone because, it's getting pretty hot. Like, it was just sun, no wind, that was coming into the truck. So I didn't want to deal with that. And then I was like in my head, because we were younger, in my head, I said, don't roll down the windows because the alligator's going to fucking use his tail as a springboard and fucking jump up, get in the window, and we're all getting fucked up. And I was like, no, yeah, we can't do that. So I didn't want to open the window. But an hour passed. I slowly cracked the window. No, I look through the window. I see an alligator sitting at the doorway. Like, right as I open the door, the alligator would come in. Sitting there. Go to the other side. There's another one sitting there. I look back through the back window. There's two more, like, halfway in the water, halfway out. We had to sit in that truck for 6 hours waiting for our uncle to save us. Like, that was it. And then, of course, when he gets there, because we were sleeping. Like, we both went to sleep. Like, 6 hours in the sun, like, we thought we were dying. So my uncle gets here, of course, and the alligators are both gone. He's like, what are you talking about? There was no alligators. It was a terrible experience. Like, I regret that completely. Someone said, do you have any sayings that you create? Sayings? Oh, do you have any sayings that you created? Oh, I got a bunch. I got like, you didn't suck the dick if they didn't see you. And that just means don't worry about it. Guys, don't use these quotes because you're going to get in trouble probably. All right, yeah, you didn't suck the dick if they didn't see you. Like, that just means don't worry about it. That's all it means. Always protect your double-decker Whopper burger. And that just means, like, don't let nobody touch you in your private areas. That's sacred. You're not supposed to do that. What's another one? If it feels nasty, get your hand out the refrigerator. No one's going to get that. But it just means don't beat yourself up about it. Like, if something bad happens, get your hand out the refrigerator, What's another one? Dang, Jack need to calm the fuck down. And that's just, like, people who do... I think that came from, like, a story. That story, like, Jack be nimble, Jack be quick, Jack jump over a candle... What is it? Candle lights? I don't know, whatever. The fucking Jack jumping over shit. And I was just like... Jack need to calm the fuck down. And that just means people who do extra things. Because Jack, if you're about to be talking about how fast you are just to jump over a fucking a lit candle, yeah, you're doing too much. So, like, people who do extra stuff that's really not necessary, that's all that means. Like, people who do extra stuff. Jack need to calm the fuck down. And then I think I'll do one more. Stay slippery. Now, that's just for people who get in a fight. That's just telling them to keep moving. You just tell them, stay slippery. That's it. Just stay slippery. What's the craziest thing you've ever seen? Oh my God, there was this fight. Okay, so people who don't know, I'm in college. I'm 20 years old. There was a fight in middle school, and I was in middle school. There was a fight. Two girls, they were mildly attractive, you know. So they were fighting, and it was bad. They were fighting next to a park bench under the stairwell. Why is there a bench under a stairwell? I don't know. I'm not an architect. I don't know nothing about that shit. So whatever. But they were fighting next to a park bench, or next to a bench under stairwell at the school. And they both had dresses on. This was the day, this was like, I think, homecoming. Not homecoming, it was prom. That's what it was. But it was like a little miniature prom for like 8th graders. But they both had dresses on. So they were fighting, right? And they're like throwing punches, all that stuff, you know, grabbing hair, all the stuff that girls usually do in fights. And eventually, one of them falls over the park. I keep saying park bench. One of them falls over the bench, grabs the other girl's dress, and pulls the dress down. She had nothing under that dress. I don't know what she planned on doing after the dance or whatever, but there was nothing on under that dress. You saw the titties and the you know what I'm. You saw everything. And when that happened, she got mad, pulled the other girl's dress off. So they were literally fighting naked right there. And me, I was being stupid. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm kind of like numb to like seeing stuff like that. Like, it doesn't do anything to me. But being me, I was just acting stupid, and I'm like, oh, look at the titties, and I'm running up and down, like pushing people towards them, because, you know, no one wanted to get close to them. I mean, some people did, but like the people who I was pushing towards them, they didn't want to get close to them because, you know, they're fighting, they don't want to get hurt. And I'm like, look at the titties. I'm like, hey, Jim, grab the titties. I'm like pushing people. I'm just yelling, grab the titties, push the get the shit. Like, I was just pushing everybody. I was dying. I was just laughing. Everybody else, like some people who were like too innocent, they were like, oh my god, no, that's nasty. I'm like, fuck off. I just push them towards them, and they were like, it was so much fun. That was such a good day. But yeah, definitely, that's probably the craziest thing I've seen. It's a lot of crazy things don't happen here. And last question, is there someone famous that people compare you to? Kevin Hart. Why? Some of you guys may not see it, but I am a lot different when it comes to comedy, depending on who I'm talking to. And when I'm talking to somebody in person, people who have talked to me like in person and really like actually talk to me, they always compare me to Kevin Hart. And it's because some of the things that Kevin Hart does are the things that I do also. Like Kevin Hart, he puts emphasis on certain parts of words to make them sound funnier. I do the same thing. He says what? Like when you hear something crazy, a lot of comedians don't say what afterwards. He says what. So do I. I literally do that all the time. Comedy works for me. Like I look at all these comedians. I've seen a lot of comedians, and like it has kind of molded the way that I do comedy. But a lot of the things that Kevin Hart has like said or done, I'm not saying that he stole it from me. I'm not saying I stole it from him. But I was doing it from a young age already. Like I was making people laugh in like kindergarten. Like long time ago, before I even knew who Kevin Hart was, before I knew any comedians at that. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little Q&A, learned a little bit more about me. I'm sorry for all the people on iFunny who I forgot, you know, questions I forgot. There you go, I just did the rest of them. But yeah, I am working on the Roblox video, the Roblox bloopers, so hold on that, guys. You'll start seeing normal funny moments, gameplay, stuff like that on the main channel. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, I really appreciate it. And where else am I going? Oh, and subscribe if you haven't already, if you want to see more content from me. And see you guys later.